Okay, we can say we're starting DGP week 10 of Tuesday. Now again, use Monday to help you. So I'm looking for the simple subject first. So it's got to be a noun or pronoun that does the verb. Well, I've got my verbs labeled. Who or what was? Now this is the one that's hard. It's not there. There was not was. It's not a noun or a pronoun. There was no other like it. No other was like it in any of the stores. No other. So other is actually my subject. Okay? That's a difficult one. If you missed it, don't feel bad. Okay, but then I had another verb, had turned. Who or what had turned all of them inside out? Well, she had. That's the other subject. Then I have to decide whether my verbs are transitive or intransitive. Takes a direct object. A linking verb is never going to be transitive, so this is VI. She had turned what? That is going to be my verb transitive. She had turned all of them. Sorry, I'm muttering to myself. I apologize for that. Verb transitive. Okay, I don't have to label the helping verb because it's just part of this. And then I go on. Sorry, I was looking right here for both those. Then I go on to my prepositional phrases. I know that a prepositional phrase is begun by a preposition and ended by the object of the preposition. So every preposition, like is a preposition, like what? It. That must be my OP. In was a preposition, see? So in what? In any. That's my OP. Of was a preposition, of what? Of the stores. That's my OP. That's the end of it. Of was my next preposition. Of what? Them. That's my OP. Okay, not done yet. For my prepositional phrases, I have to tell whether they are an adjective prepositional phrase or an adverb prepositional phrase. So, like it. What does that describe? It describes how it was, right? So that is an adverb prep phrase. In any, that's where it was. So that's an adverb. Sorry, ADV prep phrase. Of the stores, what does that describe? Oh. Which innies are we talking about? Of the stores, right? So it's describing this any. That's an adjective prep phrase. This is a very difficult sentence, so if you're struggling with it, don't feel bad. Just keep working. Okay? She had turned all of them. Doesn't that describe of them describes all? So since it's describing a noun or a pronoun, it's got to be an adjective prep phrase. And we're done with that part. We already labeled our OPs. So we're moving on. Complements. A direct object follows an action verb. Turned was an action verb. So she had turned what? All. That's my direct object. Which I did just by what they told me to. Indirect object comes between the direct object and the direct object, so it can't be there because there isn't a word there. Predicate nominative, it could follow this linking verb. There was what? There was no other, right? Oh, no other was the subject. No other was like it, so we do not have an predicate nominative. For positives, I don't see any nouns of direct address. No, so we have to go back and do the complete subject. Now remember, we have two sentences here. No other, no, we already said describes that. Everything else is going to be twice. She, nothing describes she. The important thing to remember about this is I did not underline the and because coordinating conjunctions disappear. They're not really part of the sentence.